Then it's Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. Serving up some holiday basketball for you fans out there. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving Eve to you as well, my partner. I mean, there's just something special about watching basketball during the holiday season. Hey, and we're in for a treat.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They're a team with momentum in the midst of an 8-game winning streak.
You can feel the energy in the air around this team. They know they are on a roll, and they are committed to keeping it going as long as they can.
Maxey, that's good.
That sudden move off the pick, Maxey, is tough to stay with defensively.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We talked about Fred VanVleet and how coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Here's Big Daddy. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. That one's good for 2.
Such a pure scorer. If George finds his shot, it's almost as good as in.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Pass to Embiid. Outside Maxey. Here's Big Daddy. Back to Maxey. There's the 3. Rebounded by Green. The Rockets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
Maxey passes to Big Daddy. 4-3. A nice shot by Grimes.
They've come out strong, 3 of their first 4 to start the game.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Uses the glass on the layup. Thompson's gotten his second bucket.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. They're holding in the same spot, looking to climb the rankings.
Well, right now for the 76ers, they've done a fantastic job of developing team chemistry. Higher on this list than lots of people expected. One of my favorite stories so far.
Eason's checked in for Brooks. Green for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
George passes to Big Daddy. Maxey with it. Pass to Big Daddy. Maxey on the wing. He's been contributing over 15 a game. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3. And so it's VanVleet with it. He brings it up for the Rockets. You know, Grant and VanVleet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. VanVleet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. So for the Rockets, Smith, he's checked in for Landale. Whitmore comes in for Green. And Holiday subbed in for VanVleet. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Eason. It's Eason with the jam.
While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Pass to Maxey. Oh, deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday. And while we have a moment, a look at the league leaders in fast break points over the last 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
Let's see if they'll be able to keep scoring at this rate throughout this season. Over the last 10 games, their ability to score in transition has been special.
Now here's Maxey. And he lobs it up to the rim. And here we go, the Rockets in transition. It's Eason with the jam.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Big Daddy. Defended by Eason. Big Daddy's shot is good.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open three, that's the key to efficient offense.
44 seconds left in the opening quarter. To the inside. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
And look at Smith making the heads-up play. Rolling into open position right on cue.
Up top, Maxey. He's covered by Holiday. Shot left block. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Anytime you get a look that good, oh, it's a great trip.
Thompson outside. From the arc. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Houston shooting their first free throws of the night. He hits the second from the line. Well, it's been a high-scoring, competitive game through the first quarter of play. It's Houston up 3, and we'll bring you the start. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
We've got George. He's out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Big Daddy in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Brooks. Tightly guarded. Here's Smith. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Embiid. Pass to Big Daddy. George outside. From outside the arc. Drops in the 3. George has got 7.
Trading the lead back and forth. Neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Holiday from long range. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Picked by Smith. Brooks from outside. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now. Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Butler finds George. Here's Big Daddy. And here's Embiid. And Embiid fires it home.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
Rockets trail by 6. Brooks outside. Lets it go from deep. Big Daddy grabs the board. Now Philadelphia with it. Big run right now for him. 11-2. George passes to Big Daddy. Good work defensively by Brooks.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And this is their first time matched up with Philadelphia this year. And Houston will go for a different look here. Landale's checked in for Smith. Thompson comes in for Eason. Green's checked in for Whitmore. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. And VanVleet has got the ball here for the Rockets. They trail by 9. Down low. Here's Brooks. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
For 3, Maxey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Maxey's got 7 points in the game.
I just love the ball move.
Outside, Green. 56 seconds left in the first half. And no good.
I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Pass to Big Daddy. Back to Maxey. Over Thompson. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. VanVleet outside. Rebound by Philadelphia. Their last game, a win against the Clippers, looking to carry it into this one.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going into the break up 12. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Back to the game after this break.
Welcome to halftime. First order of business, catching up on the injuries around the league.
Well, it's unfortunate they don't have Jokic out there. Multifaceted, does everything for the team. He's won the MVP. How do you replace?
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for the Philadelphia 76ers.
And you look at the numbers. They're playing so well offensively, nice flow. Only a few wasted possessions, guys.
And if they continue on this track, they're pulling away down the stretch. Mark my words.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kick it off the second half. Here's Ime Udoka's 5. VanVleet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Dylan Brooks. And it's Landale in at the 5, down low.
He's a gifted passer. You can just see how much VanVleet values sharing the ball.
Here's Big Daddy. An easy 2 on the layup. Big Daddy's got 4 points this quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Well, this was a big summer for the 76ers, Grant, trying to capitalize on their championship window with superstar Joel Embiid.
You're spot on, B.A. Acquiring the talent that might allow him to save himself for the home stretch. Of course, last year's playoffs, he battled heroically, but ideally, they'd like him much closer to 100% come the postseason.
For 3, Maxey connects from downtown. Maxey's got 12 points.
Recognize the D is closing in. Maxey letting it go.
Rockets trail by 17. Van Vliet, the pass to Landale. Back to Van Vliet. On the wing, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Van Vliet against Maxey. Van Vliet misses.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Floats one up. And Maxey with the layup. 14 points for him.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside, Green. To halt the run. Shot's good by Thompson.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Just like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Big Daddy. Let's go with a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Thompson outside. Left side, Green. Brooks outside. Launches a 3, and that comes off the assist by Green.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
So for the Rockets, Eason comes in for Van Vliet.
Tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jeff.